Okay, and we're recording. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me this evening. I'm really excited to see all of you here. So I have to admit that this idea came up with a conversation with a friend of mine. We were just chit-chatting that, we can't believe Halloween's almost here, and pretty soon it's going to be the holidays and everything that goes with that. And I think most of you know that I'm a massage therapist, and I was just chatting with her how during the holiday season, how many of my clients come to me, one, for the regular work, but also because they need to escape from their families, from the shopping, and just all the madness and the craziness from the holidays. So I thought I would jump on here before that even hits, because let's face it, when November 1st hits, whether it's, you think Thanksgiving's at the end of the month, or Christmas, or Hanukkah, or any of the holidays, or New Year's, not until further down the pipeline. When November 1st hits and we say goodbye to Halloween, it's game on. It's all about the traveling, the food, the family gatherings, the shopping, the insane amount of shopping. And we can really lose ourselves and really get stressed out. And you blink, before you know it, the New Year's is over. Did you really enjoy anything that you wanted to do? Maybe not. And it's already January 3rd, January 4th, and your resolutions have already bitten dust because you were just flat out burned out from everything that just happened throughout the holiday season. So I wanted to share with you some not so obvious tips on how to reduce the stress during the holidays. And let me get this up and running here. One more button to push. And okay, very good. And I totally have a cheat sheet with me. I like notes. I'm a paper girl, so I have notes in front of me so I don't miss a beat. But I'm also going to improvise as we go along here. And if you have any questions, there is a chat button on the bottom. If you want to chime in, if you want to say, yep, that's totally me, I relate, I get it. Or if you have a question about something, just go ahead and pop that in the chat. And that will pop up on my end. And I can address them either tonight or at another time. If you want to talk to me privately, we can do that as well. All right, so we're going to get underway. And the first tip I want to throw out there is regarding the holidays to reduce your stress is to embrace the mess. Oftentimes I hear a lot of people say, oh my gosh, the holidays are coming. They want the presents to be perfect. The food has to be perfect. All the family gatherings have to be perfect. The decorations have to be perfect. And if they're not perfect, if one little thing, one little wrench flies in and just kind of, maybe it's not as perfect as you wanted it to be, they say, oh, well, dinner is ruined, or the whole experience is ruined, the whole evening is ruined. So I really want to let you know just that perfection kills, and it really just amps up your stress level. Except that your kitchen is going to get messy. You're baking all the pies, you're baking all the cookies, you've got family coming over and visiting. The weather, let's face it, I think most of us, we're all here in Ohio. Well, Barb's in San Diego, so you don't have to worry about it so much. But a lot of us, if you're in an area where the weather is going to start getting horrible with snow and ice, just accept that it's coming. So leave earlier. Know that it's not going to be a pleasant commute to get to your destination. Unless you decide to move to a better climate, it's coming. So just accept the fact that it's going to happen. Know that, maybe you might have a relative that might drink a little bit too much and say or do things during dinner. And it's true. I know you're laughing, but it's true. And it's just, if rather than say, no, it's not going to happen, not on my watch, just accept, if you know what you're getting into, just embrace it and just roll with it, and just know that it's going to happen. Really focus on the goodness that is happening around you. with the time you spending with your family and just enjoying the holiday season. So that is number one, is to embrace the mess. Number two, oh, this is a good one. Number two is boundaries. True or false? True or false? We teach others how to treat us. Everyone nod your head, yes, yes. I have a friend of mine who, she's now married, has a family, but while she was single, she wanted to avoid her family so much during the holidays that she moved apartments. Whether it was Thanksgiving or Christmas or Easter, if it was some major family holiday, she wanted to avoid them so much because they just pushed her buttons that she came up with like a major excuse that they couldn't combat. So she moved apartments almost every year, or she volunteered for a major work project just to get out of town. She was an attorney, and she would say, oh my gosh, I've got this massive court case in the morning. I have to work all holiday week. It just, whatever she could just to avoid her family. Fortunately, I never grew up with this. I had very pleasant holidays, and we enjoyed each other's time. And I didn't understand how people would just not want to be around certain individuals. So, so my tips in regards to these family gatherings that you have to go to, because let's face it, whether you don't get along with your cousin or your sister-in-law, maybe one of your parents, or maybe it's even like your work holiday gathering. My tips for you is to, first of all, try and set some ground rules. Maybe if you're hosting a family dinner or family gathering, or you're going somewhere, maybe just call spade a spade. Call up your sister or call up your brother-in-law and say, all right, look, we both know that you and I do not see eye to eye on this particular topic. Let's just agree to disagree, and it's not allowed to come up. I don't mention it, you don't mention it. That could be politics, that could be some hot topic in the news, and just say, look, we don't agree. We're not going to bring it up, because we all deserve to have a wonderful time together. So just set those ground rules and say, look, these things are just not on topic. If you can't avoid certain people, like for instance, there might be that one individual that just is needling you and just trying to get that reaction out of you. If they're that predictable and you have to interact with them on some level, try and prepare some quick responses, or even have that conversation with them in your mind. So when you see them and they start pressing your buttons, one, don't participate. You can either not participate at all and just let them be, just ignore them. But if you can't ignore them, if they're still, coming at you, have some responses that will really extinguish the situation, because even though that is about them, it doesn't mean that you have to have your holiday ruined or your time with your family ruined simply because they're on their high horse about something. So ahead of time, prepare some responses that will help extinguish anything that that they'll come at you with. Now, I'm not saying go into an environment with guns blazing. Okay, don't say, look, I am ready for you. I know what you're going to pick on me about, why I'm not married, why I don't have any children, why I'm in my, low-end job, or just anything that they're coming back to you, why my hair is the way it is. If you already, don't walk in there saying, look, I am ready for you, come at me, because they might not do it. They might actually be on a good streak and say, well, it's great to see you, happy holidays. Only when things get ramped up, then go in your toolbox and say, look, da 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 da, and extinguish the conversation. All right. Boundaries. Love it. Love it. Love boundaries. So important. Number 3, on ways to de-stress your holiday. Self-care. I don't know about you, but between the magical time of Thanksgiving to New Year's, I'm going to get sick. I don't want to get sick, but I get sick, and it's horrible. I don't know why it happens. I don't know what I catch, if it's part of the flu bug or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it's stress related, just because, again, it's the holidays and there's a lot going on. Now more than ever is the time to take care of yourself. That might be getting more sleep. That might be hydrating. A lot of people think that water intake is only for the summer because you're sweating and it's hot. It's just as important during the cold months. The cold really dehydrates and just zaps your body. And it is essential to make sure that you're getting enough water. Oh, the cookies, the pies. I know. I just started taking CrossFit in September, and I'm very proud of that. I've been actually going very consistently. But I'm telling you that when that turkey rolls around and the pies and all the special little treats that you normally don't get during the year roll in, to not have those things, it's so hard. But let's face it, when you're completely binging on that kind of food, you really feel the heaviness. You don't feel so great. You don't have the energy. You get the peaks of, the sugar surge. But then after a while, you just feel horrible and you start packing on the weight. And then you start thinking about your New Year's resolution, about joining CrossFit or going on a diet. So it's not that you can't have those things, but, if you know how you feel when you're eating that way, then back off a little bit and maybe have it in moderation. What do you want to do during the holiday season? Oftentimes, everything is so crazy. You're just going. You've got church services. You've got volunteering at a local homeless shelter. You've got all the shopping to do and all the gift wrapping to do. And you got all the baking and the entertaining. You're just going all over the place where everybody else wants to go. But how often do you miss out on things that you want to do? Maybe you want to go Christmas caroling. Maybe you want to spend the night in and say, screw it, I don't want to go anywhere tonight. The weather's horrible. I don't feel great. My favorite Christmas movie on the Hallmark station is coming on, and by God, I am not going to miss it. And you just want to stay in. All those things are really super important to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. One thing I like to do is avoid high-stress situations. God bless you, but I know that there are some of you out there that love shopping Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday weekend, Small Business Saturday, all the things. I can't stand it. I tried about 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, was never really into it, but there were a few key items that my family and I were interested in. So we said, all right, we're going to do the Thanksgiving dinner, rest, have the pie. And then by 9 p.m. we hit Walmart. And we got there early because of the parking and making sure you had a cart and you're standing by the pallets of, the stuff that you wanted. And we divided and conquered. And oh my God, just the energy was very heavy. It was very dark and creepy. It was just very negative, and you felt like the greed. And I swear, I think you're laughing. I don't know. Maybe you thrive on it, or maybe you either relate or you get it. But it was just, I don't know, it was not a place that I wanted to be, and I could not wait to get out of there. Just greed and it was this anxiety of when they opened up the pallets, and after we're standing there for 2 hours because nothing was available till like 11 o'clock at night. And Sue says, I relate, laughing about the dark and creepy, and I felt that one time. Yes, I know. And, for the people that can just enjoy it and they feed off the chaos, and they're having hot chocolate with their families and just like game on and like you just have a game plan and I mean that's great. It's not for me. So guess what I don't do Thanksgiving weekend? I don't go out shopping because I don't enjoy it. So if there's something that you don't enjoy doing, don't do it. Don't go there. So yeah, and I just that's what. And now with computers and online shopping nowadays, it's a super easy thing to do now. So that's what I have to say is about avoiding high stress situations and just really taking care of yourself and making sure that you're doing whatever it is that you want to do in addition to spending time with your family and your friends. Let's see here. So much under the hustle. Jody, are you a Black Friday shopper? No? Oh, no, not at all. Okay. Yeah, but it's like going. It's just, yeah, it's just, yeah, it'd be energy in a good way. Like, it's Christmas, it's Hanukkah, it's Kwanzaa. I get to spend time with my family. I get to go travel and see them. I mean, it could be very much a positive, oh my goodness, our family is all going to be together for the first time in 10 years. And you can't wait. And then, hey, Miss Meg. But then you got the other part of it where you're just like, crap, we're all going to be together again for the first time in 10 years. And it's not, it's not a happy experience. So take care of you to make sure that, you enjoy the time. Barb says, I have a rule that I do not enter the mall from Thanksgiving until after New Year. That is my boundary for keeping myself sane. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's important to have those boundaries for yourself because no one's going to take care of you better than you. Right? Yeah. You need to watch out for you. I mean, you can watch out for others, but the only way someone's going to know how to treat you and handle you is when you tell them and you share that with them. Yeah. Woohoo! Absolutely. All right. Gosh, so those are my little tidbits. I just wanted to throw that down and, something that's some little things that are not so obvious on how to have a really good time, for the holidays. So I do have a question I want to ask all of you. Do you guys like invitations to awesome opportunities? Yes, I'm getting nods. Yes. Woo. Okay, good. So I have your permission to invite you. I'd like to invite something really special to you guys. So again, the reason why I started this now, even though it's October 23rd, is because it's a little over a week. It's November 1st. And there's a lot of craziness going on with the holidays, but then before we know it, in a couple months, it's going to be New Year's. So what I wanted to invite to all of you is to work with me for the next 4 months. And what I'm offering you is a container support starting November 5th. And it's 4 months long. And the reason why I'm doing it for 4 months and why I'm starting it in the next couple of weeks is to help you get through the holidays, but more importantly, to end your 2018 on a really high note to launch you into 2019. Because oftentimes it's December 30th, 31st, maybe 11 p.m. at night, and you're out partying for New Year's. And that is really not the best time to think about how you want to start off your new year, right? And then January 1st comes, you're just like, ah, crap. All right, I didn't set my resolutions for the year. Okay, I'll do it later today because it's still January 1st. And then the day goes by. Like, oh, okay, well, it's still January 2nd. I can still start something. Okay, a week went by. I'm still in January. I can think of something. But let's face it, when you don't plan out something and you're just throwing it out there, it's going to go out just as quickly as it came in. So by starting in November, because the best time to start your resolutions for the new year is not an hour ahead of time, not a week ahead of time, preferably a month or so ahead of time. So that's why I'm starting it in November. What I'm offering in terms of a special little incentive, for those of you who sign up by October 31st, I am gifting you, in the spirit of the season, I am gifting you 2 special bonuses, not 1, but 2 special bonuses that I reserve exclusively only for my VIP clients. One of them is a special little self-care kit, and I'm not going to tell you what's in it because it's special and it's customized to each individual person, building the suspense. And the other special bonus is a very in-depth assessment that has been life-changing for me. And what it does is reveal to you how you make decisions and how you communicate with others. I can't tell you how much insight and guidance this assessment has given me in terms of how I think and how I come off to other people, but also how to highlight my strengths and reach out to those who have different strengths in order to help me at the same time. It's life-changing. I only reserve it for my VIP clients because not only do I gift you the assessment, but I actually go into depth with the analysis of it itself. So you're not just getting the information and trying to interpret it. I will interpret it for you and how it applies to you. So those are my 2 special bonuses, but that's reserved only for the people who sign up with me by October 31st. I'm only working with a few people at a time. I like small groups. I like working with individuals and making sure I give them my undivided attention. So I'm not working with, like I used to with my massage clients, I worked on 50, maybe 100, even 100 people a month. I'm working with a very small, exclusive group of people because I know firsthand how important it is to have individualized attention, because we're all at different levels. We all need different levels of support. And I really want to make sure that I'm giving you my undivided attention so you can have the greatest transformation. Okay? I will, this is recording. Yes, still recording. Awesome. I'm going to repost this video if maybe you didn't have a chance to hear everything, or if you were driving, or if you didn't have a chance to take notes. I will replay this, so don't worry about that. I will also share my contact information if you don't already have it, and we can talk one-on-one, and I can find out exactly where you are and what's the best level of support that you would love to have during holiday season and help you launch into your best new year ever. All right, does anybody have any questions? Feel free to give me a little chat here. Say yay, sounds awesome. It does sound awesome. Good, glad. All right. Okay. All right. Well, we're almost to the end of our time here. Does anybody have anything they'd like to comment on or share? If you have any questions, what can I respect to receive? So during our 4-month container, Meg is asking this question. What we're doing in those 4 months is finding out firsthand where you are, because like a GPS, before you know where you want to go, you have to know where you're starting from. So I like to know where everybody is. And then on the flip side, where's your destination? Where would you like to be? So what's not working for you right now, and where would you like to be? If you could wave a magic wand, where would you like to be? We're also going to look at what small steps you can take in order to get there. Because where you are and where you like to be can seem really far away. But if you take one small step at a time, guess what? You're going to get there. Does that answer your question, Meg? Is that good? Okay. And I can go into more detail when we get on the phone together. Yeah, I can just, yeah, add more detail to that too. Okay. So again, you want to receive two special bonuses. Those two special bonuses, sign up by October 31st. And the program will start on November 5th. I don't think I mentioned that. So it's going to start on November 5th and just hit the ground running and start making some very small strides for some very, very big results before the madness begins. All right. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. Oh, you're welcome. All right. I'm going to sign off, and I hope you ladies have a great rest of the evening. And if you have any questions, like I said, I will post a replay of this. I will post my contact information, but please reach out to me if you have any questions. And if you'd like to go ahead and get started and embracing the holidays. All right. Have a good night, everyone.